official press release from the White House on the 30th anniversary, remembering Vincent Chin. Jared had never heard of Vincent Chin before in his life, and yet even the White House was commemorating this man's 30-year legacy. And then Jared found an old newspaper photo of Vincent Chin standing with 3 other Chinese American men. They were all dressed in black tie, with red roses pinned to their lapels, clearly all groomsmen for a friend's wedding party. Jared recognized one of the young men in the photo. It was his uncle. First his cousin, then his mother, and now his uncle? How deeply intertwined was Vincent Chin with Jared's family? That's why my cousin was warning me not to upset my mom, he realized. Suddenly Jared heard his boss's voice. "Hey, what are you doing?" his boss asked as he entered the office. "You gotta get off Google and get to work." Jared couldn't bear to look at the photo of Vincent Chin on his screen anymore. He turned the computer off. When Jared met his mom for lunch the following Saturday, all he could see in his mind was that grainy newspaper photo from 1982 of a 24-year-old Vicky hugging her fiancé, Vincent, tightly. "I definitely had a hard time," he remembered. "I wanted to be extra nice to her, which was not the most normal thing for me because I was very confrontational with my parents." So Jared forced an extra cheerful smile onto his face. "Hi, Mom," he said, his voice unusually upbeat. "Good to see you." But Vicky frowned, suspicious. Jared never said things like that. What was going on with her son? "Why are you being so nice to me?" she said immediately. "You must want something." Jared's smile froze. Busted. "Why can't a son be nice to his mom?" he said quickly, trying to make a joke. To his relief, Vicky smiled. As they sat down for lunch, Jared decided not to ask her about that guy. Instead, he did what she had unconsciously taught him to do: bury his feelings. "It must have been in my genes, like my mom," he said. "I just shoved it down and pushed it somewhere else, left it hiding in a dark corner. I didn't want to deal with it." So Jared said nothing, even though he felt the weight of the world on his shoulders. Part 1. The Last Time. Chapter 1. One last night out with the guys. When Ronald Ebens swung the Jackie Robinson Louisville Slugger baseball bat one last time at Vincent Chin, it was as if he were going for a home run. Vincent wasn't supposed to be here, not lying in a pool of his own blood in the middle of Woodward Avenue across from a McDonald's in Detroit on a warm June night. He was supposed to be out celebrating his bachelor party with his best friends, Jimmy Choi, Gary Koivu, and Bob Sorosky. Instead, Vincent was lying helpless as a drunk and enraged 42-year-old white man slammed a baseball bat against his head. It was 9 days before Vincent Chin's wedding to Vicky Wong was to take place. Trim and athletic, with thick, luxurious black hair, deep-set dark eyes, and a flirtatious smile, Vincent had charmed many girlfriends and had a passion for cars, football, and fishing. He was an all-American guy. But now, at 27, Vincent had fallen deeply in love with the brilliant and beautiful Vicky, who worked at an insurance company. He was ready to settle down and start a family with her. He had been working 2 jobs, as a draftsman at an engineering firm by day and as a waiter at a Chinese restaurant by night, in order to save money for their wedding and their future together. In fact, they had scheduled their wedding for a Monday because Vincent and most of his friends were waiters in Chinatown, and they made the most money in tips on the weekends. But on Saturday night, Vincent's restaurant shift ended earlier than expected, so he impulsively decided to invite his friends for a last-minute bachelor party. Before he left, Vincent told his mother, Lily Chin, that he would be out late for one last night out with the guys.